Okay, hopefully we have sound. Travis is here. Bob is here, the tech mechanic is here, and Greg is here. A bunch of people are here. Probably we'll get more. What I want to do is go here, let me sit down. I'm kind of tired. But I have no choice, I have to work. Like the new truck? Yes, I do. I didn't get the same one that I was thinking about, but I got another one. Maybe I'll do a video on some stuff with it soon. Okay, let's grab the first one from the pile. First one from the pile is going to be... No label. Oh, wait. Yeah, it has a label. No power. Customer stated there was a burning smell. Okay. So I don't want to reveal the label. So I'm going to keep this down here until I get the bottom cover off. So customer stated burning smell. I wonder what could burning smell could be. Probably a capacitor. I see an iMac. Yes, that's the same iMac that's been here for a week. That needs a chip that is not available anymore because Apple locks it down. And yeah. It's missing gate voltage. I mean, it's not driving a gate voltage low to enable the FET, so it's not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little voltage divider. Hopefully it will drive the FET. Hopefully it will enable the FET and it'll work. We will see. There's flux here, and there is a label that says lemon chicken. I wonder what this means. No idea. And there is a capacitor taped to the battery. And that capacitor exploded. There's flux everywhere. So let's have a look at this capacitor under the... I wonder what lemon chicken means. I have no idea. So the capacitor they taped to the battery, it looks like they replaced. Let's go... So here is this capacitor, and my nails are long. I need to change my... trim my nails. Yeah, that has a crack in it. That's where your burning smell came from. So this had a short on PP bus G3 hot. Looks like a pretty good short. However, it still doesn't work. So we need to figure out why it doesn't work. So let's go ahead, take this board out. And it looks like that cap is on backwards, I think. Yeah, but we'll take a look later. That's probably why it doesn't work. I don't know why I put my finger like that. I guess it's just habit. What do you guys think of the new overhead camera? Do you like the overhead camera, or do you like the which view do you like better? Because I like both of these. I mean, this board should still work with the cap backwards. It's just not going to provide the right capacitance reading. So it should work. This probably has a blown fuse. I kind of like this overhead view for disassembly and stuff. Turn autofocus off with the overhead. Does this even have autofocus? Properties, configure video, focus, camera control, zoom, focus, auto off, focus. Is that better? Wait. Finally got the notification. What's wrong with autofocus? It makes it better. Like autofocus being on is better. Let's see. Can I control zoom? No. Martin, it looks the same with autofocus on and off. Rob is here. Okay, so looks like they changed the fuse too. Let's have a look under the microscope and let's go from there and see what we can find. So here's our motherboard. Our sad motherboard. We have some flux splatter. Yeah, that fuse was replaced, looks like, because you know how I know. That right there, that splatter. So this fuse was probably replaced, is my guess. Continue on. Now what do we see? Where is it? It's somewhere here. We'll get to it. Right here. We see this cap was replaced, but what do we see? These are both on the same line, but one is backwards. So what happens if we put a polarized capacitor backwards? Not going to work, is it? So let's go ahead and check and see if there's still a short on this line and go from there. So the first thing I want to check is if there's a short. So what I'm going to do, check on both sides of this fuse right here with my meter in diode mode. One lead on ground, one lead here. Make sure to turn the meter on. No short, no short, and the fuse is blown. However, the fuse being blown is one issue. So for one, when that cap exploded very violently, the fuse exploded. The fuse blew, which is doing what it's supposed to do. And wait a second, that's not backwards. I could have sworn I saw a backwards cap. Am I going crazy? I think I'm just losing it. Yeah, that cap is not backwards. I have no idea where I got that idea from. I think I'm just losing my mind. I think I'm just losing my mind because that cap is not backwards. Okay, my mistake. That cap is fine. That's not backwards. I don't know what I was thinking. But this is not fine. So if we were to plug this board in, let's plug this board in right now. Let's grab a DC in board off of one of these boards in a pile. There was a backwards cap. I saw it. No, there isn't. I could have sworn I saw it too, but I think my mind is playing tricks on me. Where was the backwards cap? Because I thought I saw a backwards cap too, but I don't see one anymore. Both those are right. There's no backwards cap. I'm just losing it, and I'm convincing you guys to lose it. So, let's plug this board in. What we're going to do is we're going to measure on that fuse. So let's plug the board in through a MagSafe 2 charger, which is over here. I could have sworn I saw that cap being backwards. My mind perceived it as backwards. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to plug our board in. And we're going to check on this fuse. Let's go over back to our overhead camera. And let's check. So here's our meter. My FLIR meter, I had to send it in for service because it was not reading properly. I still have not gotten a new one yet. So here's our old trusty $30 meter right here. And we're going to measure on one side of the fuse. One side of the fuse, we get 8.54 volts. And on the other side of the fuse, we get 0.69 volts. It means the fuse is blown. However, anytime somebody works on a board, I don't trust it. It's just a personal preference. Anytime I see any kind of signs of tampering, okay, so that cap, right, where is it? So that cap, the one next to it, I want to replace that because I don't trust it. Although it's probably fine, I don't trust it. I didn't replace it. I don't trust it. Ultimately, I'm putting a warranty on it, so I better replace it just so I can make sure that nothing is wrong. So let's replace the capacitor. And my favorite tip almost fell. It's backwards the right side. What do you mean it's backwards the right side? Do you know if that cap is electrostatic or electrolytic? It's electrolytic, I believe. And we cannot have you here. Get out of here. No JTAG. No JTAGs allowed here. Let's get these two caps out of here. Let's go ahead and get this old fuse out of here. I should probably take off the Wi-Fi card. Take out the Wi-Fi card. We'll put the Wi-Fi card back when we give the board a bath. But for now, Wi-Fi card comes off. Teresa is here. Bailey is here. I should probably use my fume extractor. I think it's a wise idea to use my fume extractor. I've been not using it much lately. Probably not a wise thing to do, but who cares? Yes, everybody subscribe to Rob Brown. And TWR Electronics. This board has our caps. This board has our fuse. Let's do our fuse first. The fuse in this board has been replaced. The one I'm taking it off of, that makes me suspicious. Now, although that looks lousy, what we can do, add a little bit of flux, grab our iron. Kenny is here. I think those are polarized caps. Yes, they are. You don't want to blow these guys away. It's like that. Now that looks really ugly, so I'm going to do the same thing. Flux around them. Electrostatic caps are not polarized. Yeah, this is electrolytic cap. Tantalum they're tantalum, actually. I don't know what everything's called. I just fixed the stuff. So let's make that look nice and pretty. Guess that side doesn't matter. Can't see it. Who cares? Now, this board is now a happy MacBook. It's going to work. Watch this. I probably shouldn't say happy MacBook, because then I'm going to get comments saying I'm copying Lewis and everything I say. Now Anel is not here. Yeah, this will work. As long as Anel isn't here. I don't know why people say I copy Lewis. I'm not intentionally doing it. It's just how I talk. It's how I've always talked. So I don't get why. This is going to do its spin, stop thing, but ultimately it'll work because it's fixed. Gonna do another time, and then it should spin fully. Fixed board. Okay. One down. Ultrasonic time. You might have to ban Anel. Why ban Anel? More power to Anel. No, we should ban Anel. Who in chat thinks we should ban Anel? This workbench is a complete mess right now. Let's clean the heatsink. Try and get as much of the thermal paste off, because all that thermal paste gets in the ultrasonic and reduces the lifespan of the fluid. Let's dump that in there. Tim's real estate channel coming soon. No, yeah, I'm too broke for one because I just bought something expensive, and I don't have a credit score right now to have a real estate channel. So that won't happen for a long time. Okay. These donor boards I'm going to leave these donors here because we've got a lot of errors to work on tonight. I should have done card buying channel. That would have been cool. Next error. What's wrong with you? MacBook Air, no backlight. We need another bay, another slot here for this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and work out. Okay, this one can go in the other room. This is one that's I come back to because it's a complete nightmare. So I will be right back. Office is a mess right here. Look at this mess. So if I switch to this camera, look at this. Terrible. To me, this is an absolute disaster. I can't, it aggravates me. Why is that door open behind you? That door is not open behind me at all. It better not be open. Alright, let's vote. Who thinks this office this bench is a mess? What's to clip in for belt for the what? What's to chip in for a belt for the overworked? I have no idea. I have no idea what that means. You're telling me I need a belt? I don't have to need a belt. I'm gonna wear gloves. I clean my hands with alcohol wipe, and then I will wear gloves. Who wants to chip in? Okay. Who wants to chip in for a belt for the I don't understand what that means. A belt for the overworked. I don't understand what that means. Unless you're telling me I need to get a belt, in which case I have a belt. Need to send me food. No, I don't want to. I already ate. Thank you, Christian. I think that's Christian. Easy PC. Need to stop by your store when I'm in LA next time. Oh shoot, customer label. Oops. Oh well. Okay. Let's switch this board that just got done in the ultrasonic. Flip it over. That mouse you have there, had for years, works the best. Microsoft. Yeah, it's a good mouse. The keyboard. The Microsoft keyboard is actually great. It falls all the time, and I think I've had it almost a year, and it's been the only one that's lasted this long. Like the Logitech ones would last like a month before the keys would start falling off and before they would start randomly not working. Only now is this one starting to fail. Like the one key doesn't work right and stuff like that, but it falls all the time. It gets smashed around. And let me see, is this? Dim backlight. Interesting. So dim backlight could be the screen itself. So what we're going to do, we will plug in a test screen outside of the enclosure and go from there. Unless it's readily apparent what it is. Could be an LED driver, could be... No liquid damage here. Okay, so I want to see exactly what they mean by dim backlight. Does this have... Yes, it does. Okay, so... Okay, so this is actually no backlight. So no backlight on a MacBook Air. What's the first thing we need to check? Backlight output voltage. So 0 volts, as I went over, either means the fuse is blown or there's a short. 8 volts means it's not boosting. 18 volts means it's partially boosting, and 25, 27 volts means it is boosting, working fine. Anything above that's like 39 to 50 volts means there's no load, bad screen, bad connector, bad cable. In this case, we have 8.57 volts on backlight output, which means our LP8550 is not working properly. It means the backlight fuse is perfectly fine, the circuit is getting the voltage it needs, it's just not working. So we're going to take out the board and we're going to inspect it, and we're going to see if there's any damage to the LP8550. There's no need to check the backlight fuse when you have 8 volts on backlight output because you're getting 8 volts through the fuse. It's working fine. It's not boosting. So a few things can cause no boosting. And I think I already see the issue. So let me attend to this board real quick, because I don't want to leave it sitting in the hot water. So after using the Crest for a couple months, or about a month now, I can say it cleans amazing. Exceeds my expectations, and it cleans better than the Sharper Tech, I'd say. It's an awesome tool. I really enjoy using it. It's quiet, cleans good, heats up really quick. Come on, how better does it do between all the other cleaners? Oh, and is it really good? How much better? It is a good cleaner. Seems better than the Sharper Tech. The Sharper Tech could be on par in a few situations, but overall it's better than the Sharper Tech in cleaning performance, in sound, in heater, how fast the heater. It completely runs laps around the piece of junk TrueSonic that I used to recommend when I was a stupid 16-year-old that had no idea what I was talking about, that it was a $100 cleaner that I got because it's all I could afford, and I thought it was excellent. Okay, it really wasn't. The TrueSonic thing, that thing's a complete piece of junk. I am sorry for ever recommending that piece of garbage to anybody. You learn from your lessons. I learned not to recommend products that I've not used for a good amount of time. Cheap ones burn up real quick, yes. Probably seemed good at the time. Yeah, it seemed good at the time because I'd never used an ultrasonic cleaner before. I was like a 15 or 16-year-old that had no clue about anything. So yeah, of course it seemed good at the time. Cheapness cost me a lot of money over the last couple of years. Just being cheaping out on products, it really did cost me some money. Okay, so this board actually looks pretty good. I don't see any liquid damage here, but let's have a look under the scope. So I need a sip of water. Here's our backlight area, and that driver looks fine to me, unless it's over here. Can't really see it. Wait, what's this? Here's a clue. There's a lot of solder balls here. See all those little solder balls? That tells me that most likely the chip blew its guts out. And I can see a little darkness right there. See that little darkness? Let's see if we can tilt this up and have a look. Looks okay. Who knows where those solder balls came from? Definitely needs an ultrasonic bath. Let's look at the next most common area, which is going to be the feedback trace right here. And look at this. So this was liquid damaged. That got broken. That cap is bad right there. Okay, so this is a simple case. Okay, so there's more liquid here. This was liquid damaged, obviously, and it was cleaned, which makes sense. So, just inspect the known areas that always get corroded, and they look okay. Nothing overly concerning that ultrasonic won't fix. The solder ball there. So yeah, this isn't overly concerning since the board actually does turn on. The LP8550 has to go. We need to run a wire. We need to check continuity from pin 5 of the LP8550 to these two probe points. So we need to check continuity from the pad that's right here to right here and right here. If this is all good, what we do is we run a wire from here to the diode, and this will be good as new. So let's start. First things first, we can't trust this driver. Let's get rid of this driver. I've been conserving my NC560 for times where I really need it. So I'm just going to use 559. And the new 559 I got looks really lighter. So I got a new tube of 559. And it looks considerably lighter than the old tube. Like it's... maybe not. I can't tell. Alright, I'll just put a little bit next to the... So that's the stuff is the old stuff I put on there. Well, like, I don't know. March. This is the new stuff. Let's see. No, it's the same. Look lighter in the tube, but on the board it doesn't really. 559 works fine with hot air. It's actually better than 560, I think, with hot air. But on the iron, 560 is better. So that looked okay under there. The backlight driver was likely fine. I just don't trust it. I've seen those fail. Anytime there is liquid to the backlight circuit, puts a stress on it. I don't want to I don't want to risk leaving a chip on there that will possibly fail. Where's my wire cutters? My wire cutters are not here. They're not at my bench. That's scary. I need to find wire cutters. There's a troll here. Where's wire cutters? Here's a pair of wire cutters, but these are not mine, but they'll work. Lenny is here. Lenny, did you fix your U8900 board? Hope you did. Aaron is here. Monday going to do it. I'll let you know how it works out. Cool. Should work fine. Let's grab new chip. LP8550. I think we'll use our last LP8552 since it's only on a little reel. If you have a problem getting an LP8550, if they're out of stock, you can use an LP8552. It's the same thing. Works the same. Same specs, same package. Probably has minor improvements over the 85550. It's one of those long days where I forget which way that chip goes. I shouldn't forget that chip, which way that chip goes, because I've changed so many of them. It goes this way. One resistor right here that we see we wicked away a little bit of the solder right there. It's really minor, however we need to take care of that or else we may get trolled with no backlight. So let's go ahead. More flux. Just touch our iron to it. Like that. Good as new. So, oh shoot, we forgot to check our pad. Our pad should be fine, so what we're going to do, we're just going to run a little wire from this probe point right here over to our diode. Actually, let's replace that one cap first. So this little guy right here, it's actually a very unimportant cap, but it can cause issues, so get rid of it. Main thing, we just don't want it to short. That's the main thing we don't want. And this connector, I think that connector will be okay. I think that's just like stuff that's going to come off in the ultrasonic. Flux. Let's hope our board has this, because this cap is super common. So we steal these off of a lot of boards. That's that. And I'm an idiot. I didn't take the SSD out. So now what we're going to do is run a little wire right here. And my jumper wire is not here. Let's see. Capture spare parts. No need to replace them. Yeah, that's most of the time. I like when I work on my boards, I want them to look pristine, brand new, like nobody else has ever touched them. I like them to look like they're from the factory. So we're going to get this wire right here. Take away some of that coating. Like that. Flux. Can you look at the specs of the caps and order your own, or are they proprietary? No, you can absolutely do that. I do that with a lot of components, and due to the tariffs, I will be doing that more often. I need to get more stuff in stock. It's not, I guess, not really from the tariffs, but I want to get more stuff stocked, like common values of capacitors and stuff, from Mauser and US-based supply chain versus the donor boards in China, just because I'd rather have brand new when possible, honestly, rather than the donor parts. And it's all pretty cheap, you know what I mean? So that's one thing I want to do. And I want to have everything organized where I don't have to search for a donor board. I just want to be able to look at my parts list, see that I need, let's say, a 330 microfarad cap, and opinion on Apple finally changing their keyboard. I don't really care. Like, yeah, like, well, good for them that if it's their new keyboard isn't going to have issues, but who's to say their new one won't? You know what I mean? Like, I don't really even follow their products much. But yeah, I saw they're going to a 16-inch model, which is going to be nice for some people. But yeah, I mean, if they're changing to a more reliable keyboard, then good. But my question is, what else, you know? What else is going to be issues with it? Okay, so our LCD connector looks a little bit discolored. Nothing over concerning. Let's go ahead and put this board in, see if it works. Plug it in. We'll clean this up really nicely, and after ultrasonic, it'll be like brand new. Yeah, like with Apple, I'm not overly excited over. Camera has a nice picture. What is it? This is a Logitech. I believe this is a Logitech C922. It's the Pro Stream one or whatever, the $120 one, I think. So we're gonna plug this in. Fan spin. And it looks like we still don't have backlight. You give it a second. Let me measure backlight output again. Actually, wonder if the screen is bad. Okay, so let me check what backlight output is again. If it's 50 volts, our screen is bad. 8.48 volts, it's still not boosting. Okay, so I bet sometimes this happens, and what the usual cause is, so our screen connector looks a little bit nasty, but it's not. I mean, it got hot, but it's not terrible, but 8 volts tells me it's not boosting, so we have an issue in our boost circuit. So, a few things can happen. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. So, someone is outside. Okay. Some idiot here left this long wire on here. But most importantly, that's not the issue. So sometimes you will get a bad from the real chip, but what I think is happening... Oh, shoot. What did I kill? That soldered somewhere else. Uh-oh. I did a screw up. Oh, I just soldered this to another LED return line. No big deal. It happens. That's why it didn't work. Double check your work, people. Don't be like me. I wonder who that was. Probably one of the neighbors. I don't get that much local work. I like mail-in. No, Teresa's curse has no power over me like Anel's curse has. Anel's curse is different. Yeah, and it's been broken. Teresa has no power over me whatsoever. So I have no need to worry. Do what Tim says, not what he does. That is a perfect way to follow. And I think I just saw that screen light up. And it did not light up. We have no backlight still. So what probably happened here is because an idiot soldered a wire to an LED return line where it's not supposed to go, killed the backlight driver. 8.52 volts. Let's replace the LED driver again. Friday night where Tim gets trolled by an easy no backlight. No, I didn't blow the fuse. You don't have another screen to check? Yes, I do. You know what? Let's try with another screen. I just want to see. Screen is fine though. No, I have 8 volts. The fuse would be fine at 8 volts. We will try another screen, just to rule it out. Screen. Spin fan. Spin fan. I mean fan spin. I meant to say spin fan. Wait, what? I don't know what the heck I'm saying. See? No screen brightness. Oh, wait. No backlight. So, it's not our screen. As I suspected. Is that an 11-inch screen? Yes, it is. Which is the same, works fine for testing. So, we have bad LPD550 or our pin 5 that I didn't check. We're supposed to check pin 5. I didn't. Did you check SMC lid? No, I did not. I should probably check it. However, it should be fine. Because I know this had backlight issues because of this right here. So I guess I could check SMC lid. I meant, let's see. But, yeah, that's why I had no backlight. I think we have an issue with pin 5 to the test point. Yeah, that could be blown out internally. Let's check SMC lid. I will rule that out too. Why not? SMC lid. This is 00165. Search. Part search. SMC lid. Enter. SMC lid will show up on C4835, which is over near our ISL down here. That third cap in. Third cap in. 3.39 volts, as I expected. Okay, so here's our backlight driver. What I suspect is going on is that pin 5 to the probe point is blown out internally. It's rare, but it does happen. I guess it's not, it's pretty common actually, not rare. So what we have to do is take off this chip. One really common thing is that right here the probe point will be blown out, but it's not, so we should be fine. I don't know why it's not working. Let's go ahead and check right now. So one pin on pin 5, right here. And what do you know? The one thing I didn't check is missing. So this is why we have no backlight. So what I need to do, I'm going to do this way. So a lot of people will do it another way. I find this way a little bit easier. So I do is I scrape away this little nub right here. The coating on this nub anyway. Gives me a little bit more leverage to solder my wire to. Like that. Helps sometimes a little alcohol clean it up too. The alcohol helps carry away the scraped off conformal coating. I don't know what it is lately, but I can't really form words. Like, I go to talk and nothing but nonsense. Wait, where does it blow out? Internally, yes. It does blow out internally. Yeah, like, I don't know what it is with me lately. I can't seem to form words properly. Probably tiredness. So what I do is that. Then we go over this again. Do you gotta go to the test point, or can you jump it to the little nub right next to the ball? You could jump it to the little nub right here, but it's easier to run a wire from here to here, and then from here to over to the diode, rather than running the wire from here all the way to the diode. It just makes your life a lot easier. It's a lot easier to do, a lot less risky. You have less risk of the wire breaking. which is why I prefer to do it this way. So now what I can do is grab a wire. Now there's no part of this that's fun. It's always a pain to do, but gotta do it. What would cause it to blow internally? Short? I don't know. I just know it happens. I don't know exactly what causes it, but I know it happens. Okay, so wire. I'm gonna get a smaller tip because this big tip will not work. What would cause it to blow internally? Apple. Yes, precisely apple. Yeah, this isn't really a fun one to do, but it's doable. Lenny, I believe, is right. I think it just can't take the anytime it gets corroded, it just can't take stress from being shorted externally, not internally, but just externally from like capacitor or that one little blown probe point. Can't take the load or the heat, so it just melts and bye-bye. We'll conformal code all this up after the fact, but for now, after ultrasonic. Never conformal code stuff before your ultrasonic stuff. So that looks good. It's nice and flat. Flux down here. Let's grab another chip. Tracing the board as a fuse. Yep. Exactly right. Gonna hold this steady. Really? Alright, is this right here? Where'd this go? That's gone. Good as gone. I think it's more of not of a fixing the board thing. I think it's more of a fire thing. Corbin, I think it's more of preventing, may even be a CE requirement or whatever that regulation is, that the product has to be fused to prevent a fire, but not to prevent the product from being unrepairable. But you see internal shorts in the boards anyway, and then, you know, doesn't make a difference. They still go on fire even with the fuse. But I'm pretty sure that's a CE requirement. I'll lower my airflow a bit. Drinking beer, eating Doritos instead of cooking food. I blame Tim for this bad behavior. I'm glad you're enjoying your Friday night watching my stream. Glad people actually like watching my stuff. I don't have a very large following, but I'd rather have quality over quantity. Okay, so that jumper took its place. Get over here, come on. So the chip is in place now, so now what I can do is turn up my air, make sure this goes on all. Now what I need to do after the solder melts, I need to make sure this is not touching any other pins, because it's a very real possibility that it will be. So I'm going to move my scope, slide my scope over like this, so I have an empty, so it's looking at the floor, so I could angle the board downward like this. You guys know what I mean. And that is no good. See that? It's bridging another pin. So what happens if we do that? So if it's bridging these two pins, let's see what this does. So this is a common thing. So people will do this. They will bridge these two pins together. Try and turn it on. Well, what happens here? Pin 5, which this will try and give out 8 volts or higher. Backlight PWM. Goes through this resistor. And what do you think right here is going to get that 8 volts? For PCH. It's going to go pop. So we screwed up. This happens. It's a common thing. So what we're going to do is take this chip off again. Give it another try. Actually, we can heat this up and try and pull it back. I doubt that's going to work because it's going to be bridged, but it may work, so let's just try that. We have nothing to lose, so. Need an articulating microscope arm? No, because it's going to shake too much. Okay, I know that's not ideal, but did we get our ball back, or is it still bridged? Nope, it whipped the ball away. Okay. Let's give it another go. What happened, yes, so I still did that. I created a little solder point on the board just to give the wire a little bit more stability. What's going on is the wire moved, so the wire is going to move like that. So what I can do is try and shorten that wire a bit. Wonder if I could find the LP8550 I blew away so I don't waste one. But I don't think I will. Where is it? Is this it? Does it have all the balls on it? Nope. Yeah, your good is gone. Okay. So we can do, this wire is a little bit long. What we're gonna do, let's move this guy over. Come on, come over here. We're gonna take the slack out of this wire. So it's soldered there on that ball, which is good. Let's take the slack out of it, because then it'll want to move less. Come on. No, I don't trust the enamel on that wire, so I'm going to replace it. You wick this area first, and I am really screwing this up. I kind of suck, honestly, at stuff like this. I really do. I hate doing stuff like this, like running wires under chips. Yeah, a lot of you guys have been doing this a lot longer than me. I started in 2016. And really wasn't even doing it until like mid 2017, so a lot of you guys are ahead of me. Dead bug it. No, I'm not gonna dead bug it. Are you kidding me? One wire over like 70 wire, or 25 wires, I mean? Who would even do that? Certainly not me. Okay, that's down there. Let's reposition it. As flat as possible. Like that. Perfect. Now we want as little as slack as we can get in this wire. So as little as possible. I want this wire to be as tight as I can get it, because these tweezers kind of suck for this. The less slack, the better, because we don't want it to pull away, and that's the issue we were having before. So I want this to be super tight. May already have too much slack. There, that's perfect, like that. So I think that'll be good. That's right on the little nub that I want it. Is Lewis streaming right now? Kenny? After this board, I need to really thoroughly clean my workstation mat. It's filthy and it's really starting to bother me. Need more flux. I'm gonna lose my mind tonight. I am seriously gonna lose my mind because this is not normal for me. I do these backlight jobs all the time and they're fine, and then I decide to stream one and it's not fine. What the heck? It's like these chips, they're like almost extinct. What the heck? Did I forget how to solder? I blame this on Teresa. She has a new curse on me. That's what it has to be. The chip blew away. This reminds me of like when I was starting. Like my first backlight job. Probably did a better job then though. Okay, you know what? Screw this wire. I'll run that wire to the nub after the chip is down. I am not feeling this tonight. It's one of those nights, I guess. Teresa and that darn curse. No more mod. No. No more mod. Remove power. Now we have a little nub. What we can do is just put this here. I guess this would have been much easier. I don't know why I didn't think of this. Because I'm not thinking. So I encourage you to think, because I don't think, and get into situations like this. Stay. I am not having a fun time tonight. I am really not having a fun time tonight. This ain't gonna last. Okay, that's good enough. No, it's not. It's not there. Perfect. Done. Now let's see if this works. Graduated in 2002 for electrical engineering. Decided to pursue law enforcement instead because it wasn't exciting enough for Kevjit. Stabbed in 2017. My son's only 8, so I came back into electronics. It's a whole new world for semiconductors and microsoldering. Well, thank you for your service when you were in law enforcement. I really, really appreciate that. I'm sorry to hear you got stabbed. That sounds terrible. Alright, overhead. Teresa, you can get mod back on my channel if you can if you let me ping everyone in your Discord. That's the rule. If I can't ping anyone, then you can't have mod here. You let me ping everyone in your Discord, then you get mod back. Okay, will this work? We'll go on fire. I feel like Anel, like doing his first backlight job, the one when I had to call him. Backlight! You can't see it, but you'll see in a sec. I need water. Come on, question mark. The heck? There's solid water in this water. Put solid water in water. Now you just need to reflow GPU and it'll be good to go. Should I reflow Nathan's CPU live? I think we'll do his board next. I think his is like third in line tonight though. So this board is done. I don't know why I've had so many no backlights today. Like everybody sending a MacBook Air is sending a MacBook Air no backlight. There's that. There's this. This needs to go in the ultrasonic. Where's my T5? Nathan, are you here? I want to show you real quick on the no SSD one. So I'm going to use my channel as business communication as well right now because it works. So the SSD circuit, these caps are knocked off, but the actual issue is right here. I need to do this one. Let's see. Microscope. So see this resistor right here? This is for 2v7 NAND or 1v8 NAND. But that pad is ruined. The trace right there is ruined. Yeah, so that's the no SSD issue. So it's no post. Like all these Hall effect sensors, let's see, they're on the other side of the board, are all knocked off. So we talked about it, but I just wanted to show you visually what the issue was. So I'll get this sent out Monday, most likely. If he's still here. Okay, where is overhead? Yeah. Anel is a bad word. Mentioning him could blow your CPU. That is a yes, I agree. Mentioning Anel will cause your CPU to blow. Anel is very bad. I do not recommend mentioning the Anel's name if you have a board to fix. Or your truck to hit a random pedestrian. I hope that doesn't happen. That'll make my insurance go way up. I was thinking about TCRS logos on it because it would go really nice on it since it's white, but I don't want... The thing about putting logos on it is somebody is going to call the store and complain about my driving, and I don't want to deal with that, so I'd rather just not put logos on it or just have magnets when I go to customers' locations. Because I don't want to deal with the whole... You know, where'd that board go? That's why Tim has to get a new truck. He is the one who hit an L. We were trying to keep that a secret, Travis. So don't talk about that. That's a secret. You can't know that. Yes, it was me. Nobody tell Anel he's streaming. That I'm streaming. He's messaging me right now. Don't tell him I'm streaming. I need fixed stuff. I don't need dead CPUs. Ah, great. Here he is. I was hoping he would show up. Nothing in this box. Nope. Trash. Okay, next board. After I clean my workstation, because this is disgusting. I'll leave the LPD 550s here, because we'll probably need some in a few. Dead CPUs the rest of the night. No, I'm going to prove an L wrong. I'm going to prove that the curse of an L is broken. Did you take Jessel's course? I did not. I took nobody's course. No, wire. Wire fell. We should prank call an L next. Anthony got major prank called today. That was hilarious. Anthony tends to write humiliating contents on boxes that are sent here, and the FedEx guy sees it and looks at me like I'm some terrible person because Anthony writes humiliating stuff on packages about what's inside when it's really not what's inside. So we got good payback for him today. We should do the same for an L one day. Can't stand having a dirty work mat. almost clean. Teresa says that she's going to take away my Discord ping if I don't do it soon. So I better ping everyone in Discord and then give her mod status back. My truck is covered in stickers. I get jobs all the time from it, and it's a business write-off too. I got one call in 4 years. Someone wanted to report me for drunk driving. Yeah, I'll probably get logos on it, or at least magnets. Where's the secretary? At home. It is the end of the day, Anel. How's the assistant doing? Absolutely excellent. Okay, let's grab another MacBook Air. Okay, yeah, cherry pick, not this one. No backlight. I have another, so this is my second no backlight. I have 2 more. When is she going to stream? I don't know. Okay, so this one, MacBook Air, A1466, is 820000165. No backlight, so we are going to press the power button, and let's see what backlight output voltage is. Let's see, 20 volts. Backlight output voltage, meters right here. I missed my FLIR meter. Is 8 volts, bad LP8550 or the boost circuit again. The probe point looks fine, I can see it from here. Need to switch this board in the ultrasonic because it's sitting in here. Poor Anel can't curse Tim. That is absolutely correct. Anel's power has been broken. No liquid again. Doesn't look like there's liquid anyway. But let's look under the microscope. Looks like maybe a little bit of junk got under there. It's hard to tell. We'll be checking the trace again. See, the probe point here looks fine. There's no issues there. Let's look under this side of the chip. Ah, see that? Right there. Where is it? That's all it takes right there. See that little tiny bit of... Where is it? That little white spot right there? That's all it takes to kill one of these. This time we'll check the pin before putting a new chip on. Should be just fine. All good? Where's my wire cutters? I had another pair of wire cutters, the really good ones, but they ceased to exist. I don't know what happened to them. Let's go looking in the other room. No image. And I'll screw you, seriously. This is gonna work. I will prove an L wrong all day long. All day, every day I'll prove an L wrong. Tim, I'm single, let's get married in Vegas. No. Pick somebody else from the YouTube chat. Ask like Travis or somebody. Go for like Kenny or Travis. Go propose to one of them. Okay, well this is gonna do its thing. I'm gonna take this board out of the ultrasonic. Wash it off in the water. What I do is I set the board on top of the ultrasonic to dry a bit, then when I'm ready for it, I'll dry it off with the hot air and then bake it. And I think that has backlight. Yep, fixed. So this one I'm going to put on here to dry for a minute. We have 2 more MacBooks to fix tonight. They're all MacBook Airs. I am happy. This week is going pretty darn good, I have to admit. Well, it's been so-so, I guess. I'm really happy with the truck I found. Still has factory warranty. It's had every oil change at the dealer since other people got it. And I got it for $2,000 below market value, so I'm happy. Okay, so that's that one. Then Wednesday, I was sick. Thursday, I fixed a bunch of stuff. Well, not fixed, but reassembled a bunch of stuff that I've been sitting on. And today I have a bunch of A1466. I'm not happy with the truck I found. I wouldn't think you would be, no. I think that's completely normal. Okay, where the heck did this come from? So this was... Okay, this was capacitor board. I was thinking, like, where the heck did I even get this? I don't know why I had it in my hand. So let me put the heatsink and stuff back on. I know nobody wants to see this, but this is part of the process, unfortunately. I have to reassemble stuff. Unfortunately. I hate it too. I don't blame you not to want to watch this. But it's part of the process. And I'm out of MX4, so I'm using this GC Extreme stuff. This is good paste. By all means, it's rated good. But for $14, this tube is only filled like to right here. So I'm waiting for my 45 gram tube of MX4 to come. I don't like this stuff much. It works good, but it'll flow out of the tube like crazy too, by itself. It says flux all over it. I really don't even have to put these together now. I have somebody else that can put together an A1466, but I want to have everything Monday. I want to have everything done tonight so I could invoice it all tomorrow. Because knowing some repair stores, they won't pay for days after. I love fixing A1466s. They're so easy. Okay, so this one, let's see. That goes to this one. Then this board right here, I could dry off. So I have time to. Some people use compressed air, or I like using hot air, honestly. It kind of preheats the board for baking. Baking is really a must, though. It really is a must, because there's moisture that can build up in the chips and stuff. So baking is a must. Heat is not bad for boards. Heat is bad for boards when electricity is running through them. But, like, controlled baking to get rid of moisture will not hurt a thing. And it's the recommended way to do things, because sometimes you'll get moisture that'll build up inside the layers of the substrate too, that'll cause no power after ultrasonic and stuff, so you just really want to bake it and get rid of all that stuff. Oh shoot, I heated the CPU. Oh well, I'm an idiot. I melted the thing around the plastic. Don't do that. That's fine though. Oh yeah, conformal coat these wires. See, this is what a nail causes. What happens? This is what a nail causes. Did Tim say he was baking everybody cookies? No, but I did say that everybody can. Somebody's staring in my window right now. Let's see. Yeah, but this is not like a retail store. I mean, it is a retail store, but it's not. Like, people shouldn't be lurking here at night. Should probably lock that door. Yeah, it's 7:08. I'm gonna lock that door. I don't want people lurking here. Okay, so conformal coat time. Let's get these wires nice and coated so they don't cause an issue. Looks decent enough for me. I don't care. I mean, not touching anything, so should be good. I would fix boards alone after hours. I'd be shirtless and people would look. In the store? In Lewis's store? I mean, who cares if, like... But see, that's a retail storefront. This is like a... It's not really like an office, but it's like a store slash office. It's a store like in an office park. So when people are here like late at night, it's like, what are you doing here? You know, it's not really usually customers. It's somebody that's not supposed to be in here. Robbers, yeah, well that's... I do worry about that. It's like there's no cash register in here. You're not going to get anything really fixed because it's all going to leave the same day, you know? So robbing this place would be incredibly stupid because you're not going to get anything. That's why I carry. Yes, I honestly would feel a lot more comfortable carrying in store. I really would. I know that would probably make some people mad, but you know what? My own safety is probably better over other people's feelings. But yeah, I honestly would like to. So, see how nice and neat that looks? So I'm going to leave this board right here to cure. We will go grab another one to work on right now. I feel like he'd shoot me if I... You already got hit by a truck. I think that's enough for right now. If I do anything, it'll just be run you over again. That's all. You don't have to worry about me shooting you. You just have to worry about me running you over again. That's the only thing you need to worry about. Water. No backlight. Could use this one. Stop cheating the system, grabbing no power. I don't have. I only have one no power. I want to do this another no backlight. This is easy, $200. I fixed the no power in the beginning. It was just a bad fuse. Rewind if you want to see a no power. Could have another backlight. There's a no power after this one, okay? Bad CPU fuse. No, it was a bad PP bus fuse because the cap exploded. They replaced the shorted cap, but the fuse was blown. Okay, so what's wrong with you? No backlight after liquid damage. Oh. And I see why. I want to donate, but you won't receive the money. No. Okay, you know what? Let's set up this PayPal thing. If people legitimately want to donate... No, not that one. No, don't sign into that PayPal. That one's scary. Wait, back, no. Like, no, So if people legitimately want to, I don't like the, but if, like, I don't really want to, I'm not, like, asking, I don't like to feel like that, but I'll put it there if people want to. You know what I mean? Since Super Chat doesn't work, it never gets to me. I have to figure out how to do this, though. I wasn't typing in the password to my PayPal. You won't see it anyway. Okay, this is the scary one. Log out. Log in. As long as we're not on display capture, we're fine. Oh no. So if I go to this, okay. There, now I added it. This is another 1466. Yes. I am very happy that it's another 1466. But this one is going to be a pain, because there's liquid damage everywhere. So let's assess it. This one's not going to be easy. Blur is here. Hi, Blur. This one doesn't look very easy. Had an easy streak until an unmentionable name showed up and ruined it. Unmentionable name shall not be mentioned. I'm mad at him. I don't want, yeah, no more. No mentioning his name. The minute somebody mentions that guy's name, some bad things happen. This may end up being easy. We don't know. We don't know yet. I'm an idiot. Didn't unplug the battery. Oh well. And Nell has joined chat. And Nell sent money to YouTube, which will never reach it to me. Oh well. This counts as lost wages. Going in my lawsuit. That works. So if I were to guess why this has no backlight, well, there's a few issues going on here that I see. Let's go over them with a microscope. So, you can see there's liquid here. This is not flux, this is liquid. There's that, that's our 3v4 2-pin, I think. Let's see, what's the one next to that? Because that does not look good. This connector is an absolute nightmare to solder. And I'm not going to change this connector because it's terrible. And yeah, so 3v4 2-pin, and I'm guessing, I'm not sure what that other one is right next to it, but it looks kind of important. But that's for the green light and the charger. So everything else here looks okay. Clock chip is gonna have to be replaced, cause see that right here? That had liquid here. I don't trust that clock chip long term. It's probably gonna die. The LP8550 has liquid. See that right there? See that? That's why we have no backlight right there. So let's get started. So we need LP8550. It's the first thing to change. Look at all that junk that made it under there. See all that? Corrosion. No good. It's good. Whoa, iron. Almost burned myself. I'm blaming L. YouTube unsub me from Tim. YouTube will do that. You're not the first person that I've heard said that, so Google does not like me. I've known about that. This wick sucks. Where's my super wick? Kids are at home. Gotta go later. Thank you for stopping in, Lenny. I will see you next time. Wait, no flux yet. No flux yet. We need to clean this. So see this right here? It's not a very good connection. Could be missed. Could ignore it, so we want to scrape this a little bit. And make sure we get a solder bridge right here. That's all we really need. Just a nice little solder bridge across that. Do that right now. Just like that, good as new. Oh, I can wick over that again. That one looks a little funny too, but I think that'll be okay. We will see. You know what, I'll leave this clock chip if it passes testing. I'll just give it a good cleaning, because I don't think it's going to die. It does not look like it was that corroded. I think after cleaning and a good reflow of it, be just fine. I'll just run extra long stress test on it, because it may have just got the cap, you know, you never know. And these chips are kind of scarce, so I'll make sure it's stable before leaving. We will go from there. So we have some liquid right here. Let's take care of this stuff. I am losing my viewership fairly fast. This chip has to go. Glad I removed that one, because that one looks a little bit messed up right there. See this pad right here? That does not look too healthy. It's actually not bad. Yeah, that was okay. Would have been fine after ultrasonic, but let's make sure. Paul is here. Hope you're feeling well, Paul. Ever fix anything when blood sugar's low? I feel that, yeah. When I'm working here in like in the afternoon and I start to get really hungry, yeah, nothing gets done then. I feel your pain. Okay, so the last thing I think we need to address on this board is going to be J9500 right here. That looks like trash. So whenever we do something like this, what we do is we get alcohol, put alcohol under it, because that's going to help remove all the stuff we scrape away so it doesn't stay like in suspension right there. I mean, it keeps all the junk in suspension and not on the board, and that helps to clear more of the stuff away. So we're going to go all the way in on our zoom, and we're going to start scraping. You can see that pin is not even connected. 3v42 pin. I want to be careful not to break this, but I think we're okay. So we get some copper exposed like that. It's nice and clean. That we can go ahead and kind of wipe that away. And try and make a little bridge there. So now what I'm going to do is get flux. Get my iron. And attempt to revive this. We may have to end up replacing the connector. I don't want to, because it sucks to do this. This is like my least favorite job to do. And if it is J9500, we won't be doing it tonight. I mean, if we do have to replace this, I hate doing this. Switch to the J-tip. This is like one of the most annoying repairs to do on a MacBook. It sucks so bad. Step is to get some solder there. Let's wick away the stuff on the edge. The solder likes to bridge right here and it gets really annoying. There's a blob on the brass right here. So have to be gentle and patient with it. Wish I had my MacBook to fix. I got trolled by some guy wanting an estimate for a fleet of Windows laptops. Have reinstalled. Oh yeah, those scams. I get those messages all the time too. Just ignore them. They're all scams. I find it fun to mess with them sometimes. Still not connected. Need to go to a higher temperature. And this is one of the wonderful cases that NC560 works a ton better than 559. And its ability to remove oxidation from stuff. I'm gonna end up screwing this up though. Is that soldered? It is not. Almost. I think it is now, though. No, it's not. It's like almost there. Almost. There, I think I got it. Nope. Probably gonna have to replace the whole thing. The whole connector, I mean, not the whole board. Okay, maybe now. Let's have a look under the scope better. This board is done. I can put this in the oven. Look at the pin inside the connector looks okay. It looks like it got hot, but it doesn't look like it's bad. Sometimes it helps to look at it from this view. Yeah, this view helps. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold the board like this and try and get it this way because I can see it better. You know what? That pin is all rusty. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that pin is trashed. New J9500. So, these are tricky. I hate doing these. They suck. Let's just jump in and do it, though. So, how I do these is bottom heat. When it is time, let's take off the fan. This is by no means an easy repair. This is probably one of the hardest MacBook repairs you're going to have to do. At least in my opinion, or what I've found. So what I do is take it off. Now there is a chance with bottom heat you will mess up the board. It is a risk. However, it's a risk you have to take sometimes, just like a doctor, you know. Not everything you do is going to be successful, but should be just fine. So what we do, heat this connector up. The webcam connector's right there. If we melt it, no big deal. It can be replaced. I'm going to try not to melt it. Try and heat it. Cord starts coming off. It's off. Not too much damage. We're good. Now we'll touch up all these. Wick it. We're actually going to put solder. We're actually not going to wick it. There's no need to wick this, actually. I'm going to show you why. So... actually, we will wick it just to get all the old stuff out. But we're going to put fresh solder on top of it after we're done wicking it. Yeah, that pin was pretty destroyed. So, flux now. So we have solder here. Now let's touch up this 3v42 pin the best we can. Want to get even solder across it. We should. We just have to work at it a little bit. Just like that. Almost. Perfect. Actually not perfect. A little bit more. That should be good enough. My perfectionism is going to cause this pad to rip, I bet. That's okay. Happy with that. Let's clean it up. To do this, we're going to pull it off of a donor board using bottom heat from the donor board. Gonna clean this really good. Then we're going to put this on with bottom heat as well. We're going to keep the flux in place. It should not move too much, and it should jump right into place where we want it, and all the pins should make contact. We may have to touch it up with the iron. I want to try and avoid that, and I think I can avoid that. The main thing after this is just to stress test the board really good, just to make sure there is no damage to any of the layers inside of the board. There usually isn't. If the RAM starts beeping, refill the RAM. What we can do is make a little heat shield, and I think we will do that. So on this board, see, we have all this stuff right here. So we're going to be heating right here. So what I'm going to do is put some aluminum tape to shield the RAM and other stuff, just to heat sink some of that heat away. So let me go grab some aluminum tape. How long did I have it on that view? Did I not have that in the microscope the whole time? Oh well. But let me grab some aluminum tape. Gonna grab glove again because it's sticky stuff. I don't want that adhesive everywhere. Okay, so that copper tape, the aluminum tape, where did I put it? Here it is. So we are going to create this just to shield the RAM and stuff. We shouldn't really get the RAM. The RAM shouldn't even get hot enough to be reflown, but this is just an added safety precaution, just to prevent anything bad from happening. It's stuck to the glove, and that's a bit too close. So we have this wrapped around here like this, over the RAM and over the CPU. So here we're going to be heating right here. That's going to protect the RAM pretty good and all this other stuff from being overheated. That's going to be good enough. And then what we can do, we're going to inspect this. We may blow some stuff off. That's okay. We can always put it back. But this is going to be the easiest way to get this connector on this board. So I'm going to pull this from the donor right here. Going to clear this work area off. I'm going to go put this in a slot. Flux, bottom heat. Hopefully I don't blow any components into my eyes. That would suck. So directly under this area we have, no, we should be okay. There's one little audio thing there, but I think we'll be okay. Let's inspect the new connector real quick. And we cannot use this connector, see that? This is a scam connector. So we'll have to grab another one. That connector is a scam. Complete, utter scam. We do not want a connector that's a scam. We want a connector that's happy. And not a complete scam. Greg M says, remember to click like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so we have a connector that's not a complete scam. Let's take this one off. And I'm going to time I'm going to put a timer on so I could see how long it takes for all those pins to go liquid. And that will be the time I know that I can let off the hot air. So, stopwatch. "56 seconds, so about a minute." So here's our new connector. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set a timer for 55 seconds, and by the time that, it should alert me that I should let off on it and let it cool. So here's our connector, right? Looks pretty good. I don't see any issues with that. Just touch up these pins. So there's a few right here that need to have the solder removed from them. Now be very careful if you're doing this about the amount of time that you're heating the board, because you can kill the board this way. So be very, very diligent on the time you're using to heat. So I used 56 seconds at 430 degrees at max airflow. So that's what you should follow too if you're using the same temperature. Don't go over a minute, I'd say. I'll put flux on all these pins. We don't want a lot of flux, honestly, so I'm going to spread it out, because or else it's going to want to run away. We only want a little bit. Like that. Let's align it the best we can. It's not really that hard of a connector to align at all. Okay, here goes nothing. That's aligned. We're going to be very careful not to move it. I'm actually going to move this closer over here so I have more hot air coverage. What the heck is this? What the heck is that blue thing? Oh, that. Okay, so I'm going to move it like this so I have better reach on my hot air. I don't want to move this connector at all, and this actually isn't the. I'm going to go this way. No. Okay, so still looks aligned. Timer. Start. Now. I don't want to blow anything into my eye either. See it start to melt. Should be good. Now let's see how screwed up this is. And that actually is perfect. Wait, are half the pins even touching? So it looks like, so let's check on this side. How bad is this side? Actually, not bad. You did a good job. Nothing looks damaged on this side. The connector looks decent. It's not perfect. Let's see. So this side looks like all these. So what we're going to do is a poke test. So we're going to poke. Got a little melty, but that's not too bad. We're going to poke each of these pins to make sure that... Oh, what the heck? I keep switching off microscope. What the heck? So we're going to poke these and each of these pins and see which one is okay. Looks good. All these are good. Oh, the hard side is good. So, I say the hard side because that connector's in the way, the webcam connector. So let's see the easy side. Good. Okay, we got a few. Most of the easy side is not soldered. So what we can do, grab our iron and touch this up. There we go. High temperature on my iron. I recommend a higher temperature for stuff like this. You just want to touch your iron on the pin and have it be soldered. Just like that. Ah, shoot. I didn't want that. If you bridge it, you could very well be game over. I have to do it all over again. So be very, very careful when doing this not to bridge it. There is no fun part about this job. It makes me want to quit. About this particular connector replacement. It is not easy, I'm not gonna lie. It sucks. And I just made a mess of it. I keep bridging it. We have to be very careful removing the bridges too. Not fun at all. Okay. So bridge here. Let's try and draw it out. If we can't draw it out, we'll have to use wick. So we're going to use wick. This is not fun. If my mic starts cutting in and out, let me know. Battery's getting low. So what I'm gonna do, touch like that, perfect, right? Almost, come on. Still touching. Okay, we'll take that. Let's try this one. See, it gets bridged underneath, and that's the issue. Alright, let's try again. So sometimes what you can do is touch your iron to it, and it'll draw the stuff away. I think that's good. Try the same thing with this one. And I think that's good. Let's clean it, have a look. No, it does not. We still have a bridge, very clearly. See how bad of a bridge it is. Pretty bad. Not really. We'll get it. So we have a little bridge there. So we can do... Flux is your best friend in a situation like this, so just load it up with flux. Like that. Nice yellow blob. And a clean tip. The J-tip is also wonderful for this. And I kind of made that worse. Let me just, while I'm here, so make sure all these are nice and soldered without causing any more bridges. There's no fun part about this. Come on. This is why I don't recommend doing it with the iron. I recommend the bottom heat method because it's easier. So, everybody in chat started being quiet. Nobody's talking. Hot air and wick in between, no, because I don't want to expose the board to that much heat. So what I am going to do is do this, but push the wick underneath there. Hopefully clear it. I think that cleared it. At least right there. Did it? No, it did not, but maybe I could clear it with my iron now. And I made the bridge worse again. Alright, let's wick it again. This connector, I hate this connector so much. Okay, I'm gonna position the board a little bit different. I'm gonna position the board like this so I can get the wick straight on it. 'Cause I think it'll be better. Think I got it right there. Let's try the same thing right here. It's hard to tell, but I think I got it. Let's resolder these guys because we ruined them with the wick. Can't tell. Still bridged and still bridged. My least favorite job right here. One second. Let's see how many more times I can make a fool of myself on the same stream. This is why it's nice to have a Paul or something to just hand the board off to. I wish I had a Paul. I still see a bridge there. Let me try a different tip that'll move a little bit more heat. I don't quite think that J-tip cuts it. I don't want to bridge it either. Okay, I think it may be gone. Let's see. It's just trolling me, or is it really gone now? Okay, that one is gone for sure. This one's still there. So let me go ahead and do this one. Then I'll make the pins look all pretty and test it. Is this one gone? Not yet. Almost, maybe. Okay, I think I can work with this, because what I could do is get my iron right here. Got it. Let's see, I need to confirm. Ah, come on. Bridge is gone, and the bridge is gone. So now what I could do, put more flux around it all. Make the pins look all nice and presentable. Go and lower the temperature a bit to do that. Some of these don't seem to have enough solder on them. Yeah, not enough solder. So what I could do, my tip should have enough on here to just put some down there. Come on, go on there. It's all about making a good contact on the tip. And if it ever gets to the point where it's not, like it doesn't want to attract solder, like it doesn't want to flow into place, clean it with, always clean it and add new flux, because that's probably why. Let me clean this little contact cleaner too. Contact cleaner I used to use this Puretronic stuff, but Fry's Electronics, it stocks it, does not have much of anything anymore, so I just get the CRC stuff from Lowe's. Don't ever put a board with contact cleaner in the ultrasonic, because it for whatever reason it bubbles very violently. Has like a chemical reaction or something. I'm gonna switch back to the J-tip to do this. And chat got very quiet, like nobody is talking anymore. Got extremely, extremely quiet. I don't know if YouTube misreports who is actually here. Or what? I know those days, Paul, where you just try and fix stuff and you just end up making it worse. I get those days all the time. Okay, let's poke test these pins because they look beautiful now. Dan the plumber, yes. All these pins I think are good. This one's kind of nasty. I want to ultrasonic it before testing it, so I'm going to do that now. Should be fine in testing though, but I will stick around. See, all those pins should be good. I need a break for a second though. I'm exhausted. My eyes are strained, so I'm just gonna rest for a second. Okay, I don't want to fall asleep. Alright. Yeah, want to sleep. So, due to all the junk that's on this board, I don't really want to power it on yet, so I'm not doing another one tonight. This is my last one. I'll reassemble tonight, but I'm not going to do any more board repair through the scope. Stupid tape. Nobody wants to see reassembly, you know what I mean? So, no more scope tonight after this board. I want to ultrasonic it, dry it. I'll start putting stuff back together. That way you guys can see it works, you know what I mean? I'm streaming for 3 hours. Yeah, clearly exhausted. This is probably really unhealthy to put alcohol on your hands, but I don't like this camera angle that's on here right now, the face camera. Let's switch off of it. This one gets 4 minutes aside. Let me straighten up this mess right now, so. Last time I woke up with flux and iPhone parts on my face was Rob. That does not sound fun, Rob. You told me that, I remember. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. then tomorrow I could come into work. Leave stuff to test, and I could sit back and do nothing. Because that's all it has to go. I just have to run these. No, who am I kidding? I have a bunch of work to do. There's more MacBooks. Oh, I didn't even see these. What the heck? Oh, well. I didn't see the other ones. I don't know what I was thinking right then and there. I think I didn't even see the other ones that I have to fix. That's a good thing, though. I need, I need work. Never complain about work. Never complain about work. Because you'd much rather be busy and slammed than the opposite. It's only 10:30 p.m. That means it's only 8 p.m. here. Yeah, I got a few hours of work left. Oh shoot, I sprayed my ring lamp. Hopefully that doesn't fail. My ring lamp, I just sprayed water into it. I don't think it will. I like to say this, but anytime Jessa, Paul, and you come on, Lewis stream pops up. Lewis isn't streaming right now, I don't think. I didn't get a Lewis stream. Yeah, Lewis isn't streaming right now. I wasn't saying you were complaining, Rob. I was just saying in general. Because I sometimes will find myself doing like, oh man, I have all this stuff to do, but you know what? Better to have stuff to do than not to have stuff to do. So one thing I also always do to boards, I always remove the liquid damage indicators because I feel like no indicator looks better than a red indicator. It's useless anyway. I just always do it. Some people complain about the red indicators, like, oh, you liquid damaged my board. No, your board is already liquid damaged, and we ultrasonically cleaned it. The ultrasonic cleaner has water in it. But I do this just as good measure, just to remove them. It looks better without them. tired. Okay, what was I gonna do? I'm like completely not even. T5. Where's my T5? Yeah, I was like looking here. My T5 up here, and it's not there. Disappeared. Interesting. Where the heck did that go? Oh, here it is. Like looking up at the monitor and screwing the screws in and looking for it. That's why earlier I was like looking up and down. Oh, come on. I want to see how the board that's in the ultrasonic looks after out of it. Okay, this one is, let's see, it's not this board. It is this one. So this one is coming out. Still some adhesive left on the board from the tape, but not too bad. That'll clean off easily. So as soon as this board dries, I'm going to show you guys it works. Then I'm going to get going off of stream and do the work off stream, or I can be tired in peace. Without looking like I'm completely incompetent. Okay, so this is dry enough that I could show you guys. Not this one. Watching you while building a circuit to automatically fill my wife's guinea pig's water bottles. Board needed a project. That sounds like a cool project, actually. So this is all the adhesive. We'll clean this off in a minute. But here is our nice connector. Pretty decent soldering. Everything looks good there. It's all connected. Little melty, but it'll work. Wait. Yeah, it will. That'll work fine. Little melty, but overall it should be fine. Right here, so what I'm going to do is get a paper towel, a little alcohol or acetone. I don't have any acetone, so I'll use alcohol. And that'll clean up and look like new. And then this will get baked and be done. Almost like new. And this side looks okay, a little bit on the RAM. I'll just get that with a Q-tip. Let me take off this foam stuff. My guess is this is just anti-vibration. That's all this is made for right here. So it's good if we, I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if we take it off. It just looks really lousy, so. That's off, and I'll try and get the glue off. Let's see if I can. No, it's not going to come off. Or will it? Nah, I'll leave that on. Not going to hurt anything. I'll just clean the adhesive junk off. Okay, why am I being picky? Why am I even bothering to remove that? Let me finish drying the board off so I can get this baking. That way I can test it and show you guys it works. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to work on putting stuff back together, because the sooner I do that, the sooner I can get out of here. So this one is ultrasonic. Clean off the LDIs. There's a stray screw right here. Don't want to leave that there. Could cause issues. Boards usually don't like when you leave screws in between components. They tend not to like that at all. I don't recommend it. Let me check my recording. Did I move that? Are these the right screws for this machine and SSD? I'm curious because I don't think I moved. I don't remember that being there, that screw holder, because I put it over here, but I'm going to check the video to make sure. I don't want to make a mistake like that. Let's see. It's always helpful to have a recording. Yes, this is the correct one. Maybe it is better to stream when you're tired so you have a recording of every stupid thing you do so you don't lose track of it. Three hours, 21 minutes. Yes, sir. At least these MacBook Airs are easy enough to assemble. And they only take a couple minutes. And I've done who knows how many of them, so they're kind of hard to screw up on assembly. A1708s aren't bad. A1706s, on the other hand, Wi-Fi card, a little bit of flux on it. Let me clean that with a Q-tip. A little flux and anything isn't going to cause an issue. I just don't like seeing it. It was from when they worked on it prior, so. Gonna let that board that I'm working on prior, that I just fixed, I'm gonna let that stay in the oven a little bit longer, just to dry off. Should I put the note that says lemon chicken back in here? No, who cares about that? I have no idea. I hope that's not a password. It may be a password. Shoot. Hopefully not. I just don't know what it means. It's like I don't. As you can see, this one works fine. So that's one reassembled. I'm gonna go put this in the other room. Wait, bottom case screws. Okay. Gonna let that one dry longer because I know from experience it's probably not all the way dry. It's gonna do funny stuff. That's one. Second one. I feel like I'm missing one. I feel like I did another. Okay, so that's one. Okay, I did put that one, other one back in a slot in the other room, I remember. Let me get this one assembled though. It's this one. Board is in. That being said, I'd rather reassemble, disassemble any MacBook over an Alienware. Oh, heck yeah, I hate disassembling those PC laptops, especially the gaming ones. They suck. MacBooks are actually incredibly easy to disassemble, in my opinion. I am thankful that they are easy to disassemble like this. They're some of the easiest laptops around to disassemble, even the A1708 or the A1707. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain, but it's still one of the easier ones to disassemble, so I am thankful. This connector has some junk on it, or this cable, so I'm just cleaning it. Let it dry. What's your daily driver computer? The one at work is one I built. At home I have a ThinkPad T440p. I do not use a MacBook by any means. I hate using MacBooks. I don't like them as my personal ones. I just do not like working on PC laptops, disassembling them. But I cannot stand using a MacBook, so we're safe there. I mean, the only thing I like about MacBooks is the Retina screens are nice. I will admit that, but the rest of it is, I don't like them. Okay, so this one, giving complaint with dim backlight. Battery has some charge left in it, so let's let it start up. Has backlight. Come on, Apple logo. Need to trim my nails, they're long. Why do you now show SSD? Uh-oh. What's wrong? Does it show my test SSD? Okay, so this one's having issues. I will have to rework this one if it doesn't show into my SSD. I don't think it will. Not tonight, that's for sure. Nope. Okay, so we have an issue with SSD on this one, SSD detection. So this one will go back in the slot. And let's test the one that I just did. That battery unplugged, yep. Grab the enclosure for this one. I'm not going to reassemble it because I'm too tired. That was this one. That DCN cable is going to be trashed, so grab a new one, brand new one. Does this fit in there good? Yep. It's just really quick testing. It's not full testing. Just to show it works. This was the one I did the connector on and the LP8550 and clock chip and stuff. I have an external USB Corbin, but I need the internal SSD to work and it doesn't, so probably a U3470 issue. I will fix it, just not tonight. Fix the main issue it came in with was no backlight, but okay, will this get a green light? Green light in the charger? See that? Or can you? Too bright. But it has a green light. It has a chime. And it has a backlight. It doesn't have a heatsink, so we're only going to run it for a second. Well, we'll let it run till question mark. While it's doing that, let me go move the... Actually, no, I'll put this back in the slot. See? Fixed. So this one is done. I had good luck tonight. Just had one that I didn't that has an SSD issue. So overall, that's a pretty good Friday night. And with that being said, it's time that I lock everything up and get out of here. Oh, this 2008 iMac is heavy. Where am I going to put this stuff? Just moving everything that's out here that hasn't been worked on into safety. overall, that was a pretty good day. So, I think that just about wraps it up. So, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next stream, or video, whatever comes next.